Hello again, everybody, and welcome inside OH Report World Headquarters in Mansfield, Ohio. I am Travis Berardi. This is Hayden Gray with a special Friday edition of our boys' high school basketball statistical leaders for scoring, rebounding, and assists. And Hayden, there's a guy on here that's going for a triple crown. There's a couple of other guys that are getting into the top 10 for the first time, and a lot of variety this week.
Yeah, the guys' statistics this week have been exciting me. As you said, no surprise, we do have a competitor going for Triple Crown right now, but also some variety and some shakeups in some of these lists, so I'm excited, and so I say we just go ahead and dive right in.
Let's go right into it. First, the scoring leaders, and led by that nominee for a Triple Crown, Isaac Mason, 31.2 points per game through 13 games for the Seneca East Tigers, but right behind him, Luke Denbo, the best point guard in the area, averaging 27.9.
Yeah, Luke Denbo for Ashland. We talked a lot about him on the podcast. G-Man just talked about him on his recipes for success as well. And Denbo just been going lights out for the Ashland Arrows all season long. I mean, he's coming off a week where in 2 games he had 79 points. So he's just been explosive for the Arrows. It's really hard to stop his game because the guy, he's just a shooter. He's a playmaker. So not surprised, but he's going to have, to step it up even a little bit more to catch Isaac Mason. So it's surprising, but Isaac Mason's still leading for the Seneca East Tigers, and that's going to be someone we're finally going to have an opportunity to see as they take on Upper Sandusky this Saturday. So
tomorrow night, yep,
I'm
live
looking
and
forward
free.
to that.
Number 3, Amar Davis from Mansfield Christian, still putting up great numbers, 22.6 for the Flames. Alex Bruscotter from Shelby at 4th. Max Dawson from Willard 5th. Mason Studer, another very, very good point guard, sitting at 6th from Crawford. 7th, McMead from Centerburg. 8th, Maurice Ware from Mansfield Senior. Drew Dawsey from Worcester 9th. And then Trey Paxton from the Willard Flashes rounds it out at number 10. So there are the scoring leaders. Let's now take a look at our rebounding leaders, the guys inside the trenches getting the big rebounds. Offensive, defensive, everything you say right there. But, who else but Isaac Mason, once again leading 11.3 rebounds per game. Kid's averaging a solid double-double so far, but, he still has some players right behind him trying to catch him, Micah Mckee from Worcester and A.J. Hess from Mohawk.
Yeah, Isaac Mason, I'm going to get tired of saying the name, but I'm not, because I'm really impressed by the fact that he's double digits in boards as well. So right there, averaging a double-double. But Micah Mckee, as you said, for Worcester and the Generals, he's a guy who doesn't bring the biggest post size in terms of weight, but he just always seems to be there in the right spot, really uses that athletic ability to, assert his presence there. And he's been one of those guys that's a part of the Generals' success, and it doesn't always have to come through that leading scorer or points per game. And then, like you said, too, you got A.J. Hess, another double-digit rebounder for the Mohawk Warriors. So top 3, you got to be at least 10.4 boards.
Yeah, and then you have Luke Jurjevic, 9.6 just behind from Ashland. Number 5, Hagan Adams, still sticking in there for South Central. Kate Carpenter from Fredericktown at 6th. Maurice Ware, once again, in the top 10 for the TY Tigers. Max Lauer had a big game a couple nights ago against Mount Gilead, a double-double. He's coming in at 8.7. Aiden McDougall from Buckeye Central, 8.6. And Baden Fort from Lexington, 8.5. You need 8.5 rebounds just to crack the top 10. A lot of good variety there from our boys in North Central Ohio. But now let's finish things out and head to the assist leaders.
Yes.
And they are led by Luke Denbo. So, you got a back and forth between Mason and Denbo. Denbo right there in 2 categories. Mason's right there in 2 categories, and then the 2 of them also in the top 5 in another one. So it's going to go back and forth. It's going to be interesting to see who takes the tops in those 3 categories come the end of the year.
Yeah, those 2 guys competing for that Triple Crown, but Mason is sitting in 5th, so he's got a little bit of work to do per game. Maybe have to give up a few of those points from scoring to get some more assists, but we'll watch how that plays out. But we certainly don't want to forget about Colonel Crawford's Mason Studer, another top premier point guard in the area for Colonel Crawford. He's averaging 5.9 assists per game on a Crawford squad that has just been unbelievable this year.
And you saw an assist to himself right there off the back. Yeah. That's one of the best plays in basketball right there.
Yeah, he's just a crafty guy who, he's just been getting it done for them on multiple levels, and they've got a lot of danger to them when they can get that passing around inside and outside. So look for him to keep his name up there around Dembo towards the top with 5.9. Again, you got Bryce Hannum from Mohawk, Drew Dossie, another guy on there from Worcester, and then, like we said, Isaac Mason in 5th right now in our middle of the pack.
And then Colin Grundy, Mapleton at number 6, Sam Seidel, South Central number 7, CJ Temple, Harding number 8. Guy you're going to see tonight, Jude Menz from Western Reserves. They take on Crest. You can see that live and free tonight. And then Blake Morrison from West Holmes rounds out the top 10 there. Any final words, Hayden?
I would say that I continue to be impressed by the list. I'm really excited we're going to have a chance to, put Isaac's name. We're going to give you a picture of that finally. We'll have some coverage of him so we can bring those highlights into our segment, so that's exciting. And I guess I would say too, sometimes to anyone who watches our segment, we wonder, why isn't so-and-so or this school represented? We do, get those stats from a lot of schools, but we still try to dig on our own if we don't get those sent to us. So don't panic. If you know a player that would be above on this list and we don't have them on here, doesn't mean we're forgetting about them. We just haven't found that exact statistic for them.
All right, so yeah, coaches, anybody get some stats in. Also, if you'd like to sponsor this segment, send our boss, Brian Skowronski, brian@oh.report, if you'd like to have your logo somewhere down around here, even maybe in front of this face, and make me look a lot better. But anyway, that'll do it. Make sure a lot of live streams coming up this weekend. We have live streams. We have a ton of highlights. So a fun-filled weekend here from the OH Report, and it starts tonight with a couple live streams. So stick around. But for now, for Hayden, I'm Travis, and we out.